It's safe to say that when I set out on my music journey, I never realized how important community building is to growing your network and really having sustainability. I feel like when you start out, you have a very self-centered mindset as far as you want everyone to pay attention to you, and you don't really think about, what can you do for someone else? And that's kind of how I was going about things for the first several years. I was just reaching out to people, wanting them to listen to my music, wanting them to give me opportunities, but I wasn't doing anything to, make it mutually beneficial for them. Being a music producer, I already knew that, one of the main roles of a producer is kind of to bring the most out of an artist. And not only that, but be able to develop relationships with different artists to get the best result. And I knew that just throwing beats at people and just having songs, that wasn't going to get the job done. I knew I needed to figure out how to inject my personality into what I was doing and come up with unique ways to get artists on board with what I was doing, but also make it, like I said earlier, mutually beneficial for them and give them an opportunity that they didn't have with anyone else. The biggest issue was figuring out how I could do that fully remote, especially since I live in a small trafficked area where there's not a lot of artists just coming to my doorstep to work. And this is where, things like the podcast and doing Spotify playlists, those types of things came into play for me, because I was able to show my support for these artists, people that I've never been able to meet in person, but people that I connected with through Instagram, through email, and I was just able to give them that platform and really start developing that real relationship with them before we even got to work on music. Not to mention that these types of personal connections have helped me as well to develop new social skills and really open the door for a lot of cool opportunities that, 5 or 6 years ago, I would have never imagined would even be possible, especially, through just doing music. Just like anything else, I think you can always utilize this skill. For me personally, it makes me think every time I reach out to someone new, it could be an artist, maybe trying to get a brand partnership, anything like that, you can apply this to. You just want to figure out how can you provide value to them before they can do anything for you, especially if you're the one reaching out. So just figured I'd share that today. And especially as musicians, I think we limit ourselves to just thinking very one-track minded. But if we come up with these different ideas, it can be very beneficial in the long run.